to Entertain Me Senpai. We are Sorry Not Sorry, an improv troupe from the area. From Edmonton? Wow. Anyway, I am so excited to have everyone. Give it up for the Grindstone. My name is Glenna. Our lovely accompanist, this is Jyn-Ting, who is on the keys. And let's give it up for Autumn in the booth. A bunch. We're applauding so much. So, by round of applause, who here has seen an improv show before? Who here has seen an anime before? Alright, if you did not applaud for either one of those, what are you doing here? This is a very niche show. Again, this is Entertain Me Senpai, where we take a genre of media from the audience, start thinking about a genre of media, something like romance or western or comedy, and we combine it with a subgenre of anime, which we pull from this decapitated Pikachu head. And then we come up with a brand new, never-before-seen anime right in front of your eyes, and we'll show you two 22-minute episodes. Does that sound like fun? Yeah! Alright, so, again, I'm going to give you 3 more seconds to think of that genre, and now shout it out! 3, 2, 1! Hallmark movie.
I think I heard Hallmark.
I heard Hallmark movie.
So, some things in a Hallmark movie. Someone's going to a small town.
Yes. Someone from the big city is going to a small town to rekindle their love of Christmas, usually.
Wintertime holiday stuff.
Yeah.
Old people from your past and people that might be in your future.
Just excellent dialogue. Just the top tier dialogue ever written.
We also have like the old man neighbor archetype. At first sort of like disgruntled at this new city's like a businessman. Yeah.
Someone said businessman. Yeah, there's usually like a businessman who's like he has like control over the town, but it's not a problem. Like they have, it's a good
it's
capitalist.
Like capitalism bad, but like
it's good.
It's nice.
He's gonna help you out.
Artisanal and gingerbread, and we have to do the big thing.
And every time he reveals, he's got to put the glasses on.
Yes.
Right.
And a very chaste kiss at the end.
All right. So, someone in our front row who would like to draw an anime out of that hat. Yes, please do. And then if you would read out the title for us.
All right. This is Mon Anime.
Rundown if we're not clear. Mon Anime features creatures generally magical or mystically summoned which fight on behalf of their summoners. This allows characters to fight each other without actually fighting each other. There are a lot of different types. You have ones where they're kind of analogous to normal animals, or ones with superpowers like Pokemon. You can have ones who are sapient and have their own thoughts like Digimon, and they can kind of talk and exchange dialogue with their people. Or there are other ones where they're like spirits or familiars. They might be ghosts or things beyond the pale.
Oh, these are the spirits of the holiday!
We're going to do the Guardians movie just again.
Yeah, we're just Guardians.
But with more subservience. You know, okay.
So we've got, let's say, what are the high holidays?
Well, let's say, instead of the entities that we're familiar with, like Santa Claus, Jack Frost, a turkey guy from Thanksgiving, they're like animal spirits of the certain holiday season.
So like, they got like a reindeer.
Yeah, a reindeer for Christmas.
And not a turkey somehow.
No turkeys. I'm gonna say no turkeys right now. For now.
Okay, let's do as is always celebrated in Japan, Canada Day.
Yes.
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween. Like a scarecrow.
Big old bat.
Yeah, big old bat.
Yes.
Very good. And one more maybe. Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
Like
a pink bear.
Like a pink bear.
Yeah, that's good.
It's little. No, it's huge.
It's very big. It's like one of those Costco bears that you always think about and you're like, nah. Where would I put it? So
The idea of all these sort of spirits that represent these holidays and stuff, that makes me sort of jump to the idea of like there's a prophecy. There's something that involves the collecting of these spirits, even the spirit of the Mon Anime kind of thing. I feel like if we could tie that back into this small hometown This is the place where it all has to happen.
There is a prophecy that one day someone will come and finally make the old man smile. He has never smiled.
Oh man, that old man.
And because of that, they're in eternal winter because he's also a wizard.
It's always winter.
And he's also the businessman.
Just gonna
Yeah.
steal
That's why it
every-
looks like a wintertime Hallmark movie
Yes.
for every one of these holidays.
Exactly. So someone's gonna unite all of these holidays, and they're coming here not initially because they want to do that. That's not why they're here at all. They're here because they are burnt out, tired of their job, their job as a advertising executive.
There you go.
Yeah, I think we've got a young, hip, young woman.
Yeah.
She's got long blue hair. And but she's very like scatterbrained and always kind of picking up after her boss. She has those half moon glasses and big fuzzy cardigans and tights.
Oh, and she's like a little bit jaded about the holidays because she's an advertising executive.
Yeah.
So she has to write the copy for all the different ads.
Yeah.
So she's kind of a little jaded.
At the beginning of the show, she's kind of dressing a little plain and like she doesn't have any like personality within her clothing, but every spirit she comes into contact with, there's like a new piece of clothing that's bright and more vibrant. Yeah, and her personality changes as the show goes on as well. Yeah.
Let's give her a name. How about Haruhi?
Haruhi?
Yeah.
Haruhi.
Yeah, sure.
I like to think that Haruhi has been sent to this town to take a relaxation break directly by the CEO. It's like,
Okay.
you're getting burnt out. You have to go relax. Spend a week here. That'll be fine. That'll be enough.
Classic Japanese businessman
Yeah.
saying, take a break. All right, so we gotta, who's the love interest? There's gotta be, obviously, well, let's have two love interests, just for the sake of two men.
Maybe like someone who's just a complete freak about the holidays, just like every holiday, just so excited and is always in the holiday spirit. And you know, he's always excited and screams at the top of his lungs every time someone mentions a present or Easter or chocolate or candy, food in general. Yeah.
Okay,
He's
so,
constantly hungry.
he's like the local baker.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And his name is Pugman.
Pugman.
Yeah, just Pugman.
Pugman.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
And he goes, well, all the time.
As a baker does.
Yeah.
And then,
The other love interest is like a farmhand.
Ooh.
Yeah. Someone who works out just out of town on the farm and is often seen like, I don't know, hauling logs.
I was gonna say, can I specify this to be like a Christmas tree farm?
Yes, absolutely.
Like a lumberjack kind of dude.
Lumberjack kind of guy. Strong and silent, very beefy, wears plaid.
Super good with animals.
Super good with
Oh,
animals.
yeah.
Oh, he has a wolf.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
his one is a wolf, which is like a sub-spirit of
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
and he's super proud of that
And
fact.
he's
So
decided he was two wolves.
Yeah.
And they both love Labor Day.
Great.
Um,
And then maybe let's go back to this CEO character. Like, do we get to see him at all? Like, does he call her all the time?
I think there'll be interactions. I think maybe
He's
later
like,
on
take
we'll
a
see-
break, but I'm gonna call you every single episode, 3 times every single episode,
yeah.
just to check how you're doing.
Alright, so how long do you think this series runs for?
It feels like a fairly limited series to me. I feel like there's one season. It's got like 12, 14 episodes kind of thing. I don't know what they could do in a second season once all the spirits are collected.
Yeah, so there's very limited amount of spirits.
Yeah.
And we never do find out.
All
That was
right.
kind of sad.
Let's give it a name.
Yeah.
Hope for the holidays.
Yes.
I like Hope for the Holidays.
Okay.
All right. Well, audience, what episode of Hope for the Holidays would you like to see first?
Alright, she is already there.
We're skipping the pilot.
So she has already arrived in the small town which we haven't given a name.
I've got a name.
Oh, fantastic!
Okay.
You narrate away, man.
Lovely. Second episode, we're opening. Snow is gently cascading across the camera screen as it lowers down upon the picturesque landscape of Festivale.
There's like a little winding lane that kind of makes its way through town, where all the various different stores are all lined up. The glass is frosted over, like deep frosted over from years and years and years of accumulation. And there is like the chimneys are releasing smoke into the air.
Haruhi is walking along and she's got like too many bags of groceries. Just like 3 or 4 giant paper bags, and she's struggling.
And like the snow is like up to here, so she's kind of like taking steps and wobbling back and forth.
And her very last stop is it's called the Easter Cabin, and it's a cafe, and she just wants to get one hot chocolate because it's so cold outside. She just needs to warm up. But holding all of these groceries, standing in line, she's almost lost her balance.
The door. Okay, the door.
There's a big segment, very animated, as she tries to shift between a bunch of positions. How can she balance all these bags while still reaching out and actually manage to open this door? Just as it looks like she's finally got it balanced, like one of the bags is on her head and she's all like on her foot, she's reaching out
And the door just opens and she falls.
into her feet.
And like fully does one of those like falls and ends up like that on the ground.
And on the other side of the door, the reason why she went in is this large, semi-muscular, always glistening guy who has a lumberjack axe just like holstered on his back, is shocked as a toppling woman just goes in front of him.
She's landed on the ground, carton of eggnog on her face, and she moves away, there's actual eggs on her eyes.
Ah! Oh! I'm so sorry! Ugh. People say that I have a strong pull.
I'm sorry, I was carrying way too much.
It's all of the blame is on me. I just came in here for a coffee, and this is so. He like sees her truly for the first time. It's like looking at a fresh pine, uncut, and now he goes for the swing. So, you're getting a hot chocolate?
A hot chocolate or a mocha or a coffee, whatever they have.
Well, I'm not sure they have anything like that, but maybe they have a free drink on me.
Thank you very much.
It's the least I can do. 2 more hot chocolates. Thank you.
And we get like a nice, super zoomed up, beautiful shot of like the hot chocolate being poured in, and then like these luscious marshmallows kind of like bobbing up and down inside of it. And it just looks like if you could only drink that hot chocolate, you'd be happy again.
And so at this point, just out of frame from below the counter, we see a little wisp of snowflakes lifting up as something silvery glistens by. We cut out to a wider shot and we see that an almost spectral-looking silver wolf has picked up all the grocery bags and is taking stance right beside its master here.
Well, Silverado. Good boy. Yeah, sorry, this is Silverado, my spectral wolf of the classic holiday, the most important, Labor Day. You took the day off this year, right?
I mean, no.
What?
Thank you for the hot chocolate. My name is Haruhi.
Hello, Harvey. Sorry for my burst of emotion, but you see, Silverado has been fading ever so slightly lately, and I fear that it's because nobody celebrates Labor Day anymore. I'm holding 2 cups of hot chocolate right now with one hand.
3 bags of groceries, so.
Looks like we're a lot alike.
Silverado, making direct eye contact out with the camera, just like lifts up one of the cups on his nose, puts it on top of her pile of groceries. No, don't worry.
Silverado, what the hell are you doing?
Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too. Boy, what's wrong with you?
And there's like a little frame as he leaves this little cafe, and you just hear this.
No, I can't be thinking about that. I have to think about the big ad copy that comes up next week when I go back to work.
So there's a he cut away to this one cabin that this is a mountain town for dramatic effect, and it's at the very top of the mountain.
This cabin is one of many that are essentially considered like the inn in town. There's an innkeeper who takes care of like 3 or 4 little houses up on one particular ridge. And Argy finally makes her way into the room of this inn cabin where she's been staying. She throws all the groceries down on the bed and walks over to the small desk in the corner. And on top of it, she has all of her files, her manila folders, everything up in nice little binder clips for her ad copy. And as she lifts it up, she notices an old storybook that the innkeeper had given her in the previous episode. That's some silly old legend from a silly old mountain town.
The reindeer spirit of Festiveville.
And we see this kind of like play out on screen over narration. And it's drawn like in this really like young cartoony style, like super cute.
Back before time began, and the spirits were together in harmony. There lived many together that represented the days we hold holy each year. Greatest of these was the reindeer spirit, known to be uncatchable. Only the pure of heart could bring the reindeer spirit to tameness, and only the pure of heart and the reindeer spirit can make
Blue hair.
the old man smile and free us from this winter. What?
And as that happens, we cut back, and the windows in her like little room like blow open, and just gusts of wind come in, and like the groceries are now like being covered.
We hear some screaming carried on this wind from down in the town square in the middle of Festiville. Argy, without thinking, manages to throw her jacket back on and rushes out, and not realizing she still has the book tucked under her arm. Cutting down into the middle of Festiville, town square is a mess. Normally there is all this snow, the wind blowing, but it is whipping up at a higher speed, a more torrential storm than they have seen in a long time.
And there's then sort of as everything moves around, suddenly then you see just like this large paw, and then you see another large paw, and sort of like emerging up as they pan up. There's this like pink teddy bear that's just like looming over a young girl.
And unlike the normal spectral look that Silverado had before, this one its eyes are a bright red. It seems as though something has driven the spirit into a frenzy as it looms over town square and the small girl.
Love!
I'm never gonna survive.
Oh man. This one. I've seen this before.
Flipping through the journal, the old storybook, she comes across a page with another childlike pink drawing of this teddy bear. And it tells the story of what the spirit is.
Love!
The spirit of Valentine's Day can only be tamed by an act of true love.
I
He's a nice guy.
Hey! You should know that if a girl doesn't like a boy, that's okay, and she's allowed to say no. It absolutely is.
Judging by the tone of your speech, you must be single.
Well, I'm an important ad executive, and I don't have time for boys.
An ad executive? This narrative seems familiar.
With that, the giant stuffed bear's eyes flare with brighter red light, and it begins to make an attack down on Haruhi. Huge polyester stuffing-filled arms swinging down toward her.
Love is a potion best served bubble, please.
Watch out! And you see like this frame of the big fist coming down, and then just like a freeze frame of her like jumping off screen. Like the action is not the big focus of the show. It's not where they put their money.
There's a few other ones of these still frame shots of the fist sun down, her jumping out of the way in different positions. She's like ducking behind a little pretzel cart in the square. She's climbing up a tree, all these things. And then it finally seems like she's trapped back against one of the buildings of the post office.
Seemingly cornered, the fist comes down.
Well, wait a second! And blocking the giant plush arm is a steamy, warm French baguette.
Oh,
Not so fast! You've got some explaining to do.
I'm celiac.
That's the case. And this figure jumps forward and gives a huge hug to the pink bear.
And he like shrinks and shrinks and shrinks.
Papa!
Well, you aren't so tough, are you? No. In fact, you're kind of cute.
Thanks. I have a nose allergy.
And the pink bear kind of like runs away, leaving like these tiny like little paw prints on top of his.
Sorry to cut in on that. I worked out at the local cafe, and I realized you had a hot chocolate earlier, and we have a special on right now, where everyone who gets a hot chocolate is getting a coupon for their very own gingerbread house.
Oh. Thank you very much. My name is Harmony. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, wow! Lovely to meet you. Your coupon, man.
I think that the wind like blows by and like rustles the hair a little bit and it covers one of his eyes.
Very much.
Slightly underpinning this act of valor, we're actually introduced to this character's Mon, who is actually just like a mound of garbage. This may be familiar in Pokemon, but just a mound of garbage. And he's like there's like a trash can inside of him.
For like the holiday.
For garbage day.
It's surprising that my spirit companion. But despite his looks, he's actually 100% recyclable.
And he just like barfs out like.
That plastic isn't single use.
Wow, everyone seems to have holiday companions but me.
Wait, are you telling me you don't have your own festival pal?
No. I come from a big city, so we don't really have festival pals over there.
The big city, you say? Wow!
Whoa!
Well, I've always wanted to go to the big city. But that's a long journey, and I've got to stay here in the cafe with my friend. He smells like peppermint. I'm sorry, I never said. I'm Pugman.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Just Pugman.
And very nice to meet your festival pal, and thank you for saving off that teddy bear, though he seems to be pushing a certain narrative that I just didn't agree with as a modern woman.
There's been something going on lately. All the holiday spirits that normally come through festival, they've been acting stranger and stranger.
Oh?
Like the bear.
Right! That's a good example.
There was also last week, the giant bat that normally drops off candy corn tore down the tree in town, in the middle of the town.
Wow. So something odd is going on in Festive then.
And as she kind of like gazes off, her eyes like go towards the mountain where her like little cabin holiday inn is located. And you just like zoom in on her eye, and like behind it, there's like a heart that might be pure, it's implied. And we hear the yeah, like that. And that's the end of the episode. And roll credits.
I know we don't normally take the credits, but
No.
the credits are like different characters walking through the snow.
Oh, it's got like, and there's like a half translucent calendar that flips through different pages as they go. That's what the credit sequence would be.
The very last shot of the credits is the garbage mon just like completely devouring like a building or something.
All right, that was episode 2.
You can tell us your thoughts on what episode of Hope for the Holidays you would like to see next.
Finale.
The penultimate.
Okay.
Penultimate?
I mean, okay, would you guys, okay, based on applause, the penultimate or the finale? Okay, penultimate, finale. I think
You can come to a logical.
this is gonna be bananas.
Yeah, by this point, we've gone through the whole series at this point, essentially. Haruhi has learned that she does actually need to focus upon her destiny with taming these spirits, and she's done very successfully to do that. Has she actually connected with her own partner spirit at this point?
Well, I think in the very last episode, sort of like at the midway point, she saw a glimpse of the reindeer, because it's the reindeer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like a vision, and maybe.
And as she went to like approach it, giant like ice spikes came down, and the grumpy old wizard man is blocking her path. And that's kind of like where it left off at the end of the last episode.
Previously on.
Yes. All right, so we cut to the same area that we saw in the last episode. There are these giant ice spikes that are kind of like
Yeah, the
surrounding
picturesque
Haruhi.
town that we had seen before. And it's the same outline of everything, but different houses have been toppled over, trees have been uprooted, ice spikes destroying the entire landscape, and the town is in shambles because of this. Zoom right back into the town square. Haruhi's trapped among this ice spike cage.
And then through a veil of darkness, because it's being shone down the lights, there's a old man comes forward, and he's got like a mustache that kind of sticks out like that, and a really sharp goatee, and he's bald on top.
Haruhi, I knew you'd eventually find me.
Well, I'm here on a mission. I know that it's me who's meant to make you finally smile and end this winter.
Make me smile. There's a few things that can make me smile. But the only thing that I can ever think in my cold heart of hearts is to find that reindeer and destroy it for good. For I don't like Christmas.
Now that we've established that, we actually go to a different scene that is being picked up in this episode, and it's actually the fight between the two love interests.
It's the two love interests fighting against the CEO who has actually showed up in festival.
Yes! Yes, in episode...
Do we name the lumberjack man?
His name is Lumberjack Man now.
Oh,
I think that's the protocol.
Lumberjack man.
Yeah.
It's like Hugh Jackman, but it's lumberjack.
Yeah.
But Pugman and Lumberjackman have to team up against the CEO. So when they are mid-battle, the CEO, despite not having a partner spirit, because he doesn't believe in holidays at all, he has a giant robot that is essentially a spirit, and it is the spirit of capitalism.
He has like rings that have like business holidays and like work meetings, and it's just all it's a big ornate power.
Yeah, and these like super big shoulder pads and even bigger hair to compensate. And big hands, giant hands.
We've been fighting for 3 episodes!
I can't believe Haruhi works for this creep.
Well, I think it's time for us to sign her form of resignation.
You can't stop me. I will of course find Haruhi and I will make her come back to work for me forever.
Well, as something we've discovered through this entire series, you can't make that girl do anything. Because we haven't had a single moment of physical contact, eye contact, anything, but we're still in love. Despite our differences.
Enough talk! Capitalism, ho!
It's so large and destructive!
And we just see like this giant fist slam down, and as it like makes contact with the ground, all these coins go.
Pugman, we need a plan!
If you can keep its attention, I think I can sneak up on it.
I'll do what I've been doing this entire time.
Hey! Pugman and his garbage spirit scurry away behind the post office. There's a lot of post offices in this cell.
Hey, capitalism! Buy this! Just like the sexiest, most slow motionist scene, just chopping down a fake tree.
And the tree topples, and as it does, it's revealed that Silverado is dashing up the trunk of the tree.
The wolf jumps down on top of this robot and like leaves these deep gashes through, and you hear the metal being like, no! How could you? Nothing could possibly defeat this.
Well, I beg to differ.
And with that, Pugman, he just has a bucket that his garbage pot is in, and flings it up. Now Silverado has managed to tear away the exoskeleton. The garbage pot buries its way inside the wound. And as mentioned before, it was the spirit of Earth Day, and its powers are recycling.
Garbage day.
No.
Can we retcon my idea? No, it's fine, guys.
The powers of recycling, it manages to repurpose the metal of this mech as it's still standing. And we see it just slowly start to eat away at the next frame and spit out little like reusable water bottles. And like, it's a tote bag!
There's no profit in this!
The profit will be the survival of Festerville.
And like as the garbage one keeps like spitting out these wonderful reusable plastic items, slowly it just like starts covering the CEO until all you can see is the top of his hair and his shoulder pads.
Now it's time for you to give us the sacred ornament, the relic that will summon this reindeer. And we need to help our friend.
And like through the bottles that are just like kind of caked up around, he puts a little like Christmas ornament down into his hand. I know I shouldn't have taken it, but I couldn't help myself, for I too hate Christmas.
Well, maybe you can love it again.
And it just kind of goes like, standing around all these bottles.
I know deep down you still care about Haruhi. So all 3 of us will bring this to her together.
And then she will make at least one decision.
Yes. We transition back to the first scene.
So Haruhi is still like clasped in this icy sort of prison.
I nefarious trap for the reindeer spirit for the next time that he comes around. And I'm going to use you as bait.
No. No, you can't.
I can and I will, for I am very good.
Okay. Reindeer spirit can only be tamed by someone pure of heart. Could that be me?
I don't hear any of this. This is inside of her head.
Oh, we just get flashback after flashback of just the entire series. All of the important things that we've seen. We hear some quotes. You can do it, Harvey.
There's the one where Harvey's singing with the choir. She's helping the kids in town with the Easter egg hunt. And she's carving a pumpkin. These things all happened in the series. You remember them, yeah?
She taught Garbage Mon how to recycle, which is how we even got there in the first place.
Well, I'm gonna hide.
Okay, reindeer spirit, if you really do exist, you can hear me.
There's the sound of jingle bells, sleigh bells on the wind.
All the way. This is an ass.
This is a baguette.
This is a contract.
All the moms are there too. Lightning bolts start coming down. Stars appear in the lower sky. There's twinkling all over.
We're glad we found you in time. Wait, why are you in an ice prison?
Why didn't we notice this before?
Why were we just saying, why didn't we free you from this?
More ice prison!
And just like more ice comes.
It's a trap. The old man wants to kill off the reindeer spirit because he hates Christmas.
Oh no! He lured us here so he could get his hands on the ornaments?
That's even worse than hating Labor Day.
I know. But someone truly pure of heart can tame the reindeer spirit, and I think that might just be me.
What?
If I can tame the reindeer spirit, I can get it to go far, far away from here so it will never fall into the old man's trap.
Well, it's too bad you told me. I've changed my mind.
And like the ice here just kind of like dissolves around Harley.
I'm going to let you go. And you'll be able to leave this place, never come back. You'll never have to worry about the mishaps of this town again, about small children scraping their knees or overdone baguettes.
Hey.
Whatever your heart desires.
Well, my
I'm
heart.
back to work. You can go back to work. Hey, cut that out.
Cut it out!
And we see like a doki-doki as her heart beats.
My heart desires to be right here!
Oh, and just like all of a sudden there's like a bunch of light that just shoots out in all the different directions, and it like shoots down to like a cone around her, and it looks like a Christmas tree. And you hear the whinny of the reindeer.
Wait. And the reindeer swoops down, silhouetted on the moon, and lands with a very gentle trot in front of Harvey.
I always wondered what my festival cow would look like. Hi, I'm Harvey.
time for like the How to Train Your Dragon thing with like hands in the face? Yeah!
Whatever we did. I am here for a prophecy, and you have fulfilled it.
Back to planning. Gonna catch that reindeer.
More ice prison magic shoots up around the spirit of the reindeer.
Also, I'm going to summon my festival cow. She's old. She's Queen Victoria.
I thought there would be more distractions.
It's just Queen Victoria.
She's gone. My arch enemy.
That's right, old Vicky.
Okay, reindeer spirit, I know Mecha. Oh, she's rude.
The disrespect that Christmas receives. It is much like the stumbling woman you were before you came to this land. I have all of your memories, Hari. I have lived what you lived, and your journey has not ended. You will become a strong, independent person, and I think it's time that I fight for you. Because I am more than a reindeer.
The ice shatters away.
Just biceps.
Grows, becomes like this large armored reindeer. One antler becomes a huge great axe, the other a large shield.
You one who's got tricks up your sleeve. Vicky
Opens up her little handbag and pulls the royal scepter out of it, even though it's way too long for the bag. Society on the back of colonialist tendencies.
She like grows to twice her size, and all of these like jewels start popping out of various places on her body, like big we see the scepters fly down, but the reindeer kind of does like that, and like disappears off to the side, avoiding it.
The reindeer then appears right over Victoria's shoulder, like
And this giant fight rages on in the background, and we cut down to the smaller scene of the people in the foreground.
You know what? This whole thing is happening because you won't smile. Why is it? Why do you hate Christmas so much?
You'd hate Christmas too if your family abandoned you on Christmas Day. Flashback.
So we cut back, and you see this like small little child with a bowl cut. He's wearing like little overalls, and he's standing next to the Christmas tree in his house. There's a roaring fire happening, and he's just kind of like looking around.
The rug beneath the tree is bare. There's not a single present in this home. And it's all very decorated, but there's no sign of anything. The stockings lay empty on the mantelpiece. The big table set up for dinner is empty.
There's a freeze frame second of the clock that's showing that it's not quite midnight yet.
They left me. They left me here alone. There could be no other reasonable explanation for the complete lack of people in the house or presents underneath the tree. They must have left me, and so I have no choice but to leave them.
And like
The old man, he runs, he's got a little bindle. Is that what you're doing?
and he like knocks over the tree.
Oh, it's set on fire.
Oh God, he burns his family alive!
They all pop in, and it's like, oh, Merry Christmas surprise! Oh, the house is on fire! What's happening?
And so then we cut to later, and there's like a smoldering sort of ruin of the house, and he's just like, abandon me, and we cut back over.
nothing worth giving anybody. And so I made it my mission to make it always winter, never Christmas.
That's a very sad story. I'm really sorry that your family left you. But you know what I've learned here in Festiveville? Your family doesn't have to be your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or even your grandpa. Your family can be a lumberjack or a baker or a CEO or a little child or a nice old woman on the street or a giant reindeer. Everyone can be your family.
Are you saying that you want to be my family?
I'm saying. I'm saying that you can be my family. Jyn-Ting.
And there's just like a super close-up shot of this like deep unhappy frown. It's like, and then it like opens up into a big smile. And as he smiles, it just like shoots out all this light beam energy everywhere, and like all the snow in the town starts melting. And that's the big thing in winter. So all that's gone, and it's already starting to become like spring. There's like little like you see all these different flowers popping up out of the ground. Birds that are not normally seen in winter are now here because it's not winter anymore. And it's just like a really super white smile. He takes good care of his teeth.
The old man is smiling again.
I never thought I'd see the day that I'd be happy again.
No, such brazen show of emotions. I am melting. Polite society. Etiquette.
I'm not even bothered that we'll never celebrate that day ever again. That's right. We all know that the festival tiles are the embodiment of everything in the holiday, and if they go away, the holiday goes away.
Absolutely. We'll just come up with another reason to have a long weekend in May.
Well, Jyn-Ting, I know it's a little bit late, but would you come to my cabin and have Christmas dinner with me?
Absolutely. But only if you invite those young lads along too.
Of course.
So we cut over to sort of see the finishing of the spring and fully into summer now. Going up to the cabin, those layers and layers of ice on the windows have like melted away. The sky is beautiful and blue, and they're collected around this beautifully well-set table. There's a gorgeous roast, not a turkey, goose. It's a goose. A gorgeous goose on the table, as well as like mashed potatoes and stuff, and then all the fixings, and also a bucket of KFC. And this is the old man, the CEO.
You know, I think I'm the first to say it, but this is the greatest holiday I've ever been on. I'm glad I took the time off of work. Chopping down trees.
No, I've sort of given it a little bit of thought tonight. But taking a break sometimes is okay.
Incredible.
As long as you take the time and make sure that you connect with yourself, maybe 2 days a week.
Yeah, okay, all right. So, Harley, you've had this incredible journey in our town. I think it's probably time that you maybe were getting out of here, like you said.
Oh, right. I guess I have an ad business to run. But every holiday that I have, I'll come back to Festiveville bring the reindeer, and the reindeer will now serve as my assistant. That makes perfect sense to me.
Well, Haruhi, so long as you're coming back for all the holidays, you might want to book some extra time for a certain weekend in May, because there will be a wedding.
We never told you because we didn't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, sorry, we were so late to that final battle. We were kind of like holding hands on the way back. We learned to love each other through teamwork.
We dropped the ornament because we were in love.
No pressure. This is the best Christmas present that I could have ever gotten. The happiness of my two best friends.
And as she says that, the buff rangers are
Lean in, and then fades to black as the credits begin to roll.
Thank you so much for coming to Entertaining Senpai! One more time for Jyn-Ting on the keys!
Fatness.
Michael!
And yeah, that's our show. Thank you so much. We are Sorry Not Sorry Productions. We do shows twice a month or so. Give or take. Our next show is on November 26th at 7 p.m. and that is YEG D&D. Oh, sorry. YEG D&D, which is our long-form improvised Dungeons and Dragons show. If you thought this was nerdy, wait till you see that show. We'll have some player characters. We'll have some non-player characters. We'll have improvised fights and magic and adventure, and it'll be a really, really good time. Follow us online, right?
Yes, follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, for the time being on Twitter. It's SNSYEG. Give us a follow there. You can keep updated with all of our shows. After YG D&D, we have another sort of special that we haven't done in a really long time, and I'm very excited for. It's called The Malarkey Murders. It is an improvised murder mystery show. It's a really fun time. So that's on December 10th. And I think that's everything.
One more time for the Grindstone, and one more time for yourselves!